completely in one-way situation.
I think it's changing drastically. I think that a lot of people kind of went in with the mentality from CSS, and it's not necessarily panned out that way. Obviously, we've seen the likes of Train becoming a little bit more equal. I think it's the same for Dust too, but I'm curious to see how teams play this map as well. I think I made the point before in one of my previous streams that I'm not seeing Dust played as much. Obviously you look at CSS and 1.6, and that was one of the prolific maps, generally out there. But I hadn't seen it so much in Go, and I think it was I think I was speaking to Critical. I was like, why haven't I actually seen this happen so much? He was like, but, mixes can come into Dust, and they can play it as well as a team. So legitimate teams will always avoid it, because it's always a massive threat. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two play out, because they're fairly kind of established teams between them. They're not necessarily drilled in 100% strategy, you know what I mean? But I'd be curious to see if it plays out if they do obviously play this map. And I don't know how I feel about Dust 2. I'm curious to see how it goes, obviously. And I haven't seen two even teams take it out on this. So I don't think we've really seen, which kind of side is massively favoured yet.
Well, we just witnessed the knife round there as well, and S&Y, they won that. They decided to stay on the counter-terrorist side, so they might know something we don't know. Or they might have a very good CT-sided setup. But it looks like terrorists are going towards B, and you can see that the S&Y team are shooting up that middle area. Now, with the X-ray, we can easily see what's going on, how people are positioned, where S&Y are taking quite deep on short.
Yeah, indeed. They're not overly extending themselves, it seems. And obviously with the likes of, I believe it's Pronax there, is just trying to hold those double doors just to alleviate some of the pressure from the rotate. You can see him make his way towards that CT notch, and Spawn always getting tagged up. Now he's under pressure, and here we go. First frag will fall in favour to S&Y. Now the B push is happening, and it's happening pretty quickly. I don't know if they're going to be able to defend this. Banks, do you think the CT side will be able to hold on to this B site?
Well, it's going to be very tough now. The terrorists are inside the bomb site. It's that early push through middle didn't work so well in the favour of the terrorists, but they have got the bomb down, and Liddy pops out just then. Wow.
That's going to really alleviate some of the pressure that's being put on. Zed nevertheless does take the shot straight through to Riddle. But the T side now. Oh, fantastic shot then. He just slammed that headshot now nowhere. But nevertheless, T side will pick up that first round and that ever necessary pistol round. Off the back of that, you can obviously go on a little bit of a lighter buy if you fancy it. But as you said, I want to see this P90s. I've been talking about it a lot, and I was speaking to a lot of the players about this as well. I've been trying to get my head around this new P90 phenomenon that's coming out, and it wasn't just the fact that it's very, not necessarily overpowered, but it's such a powerful weapon that you get a lot of money. Yeah, you get a lot of money per kill for this weapon as well. That's the big difference, that everyone kind of favours it in these early rounds to try and get it in. You normally get this, a little bit of a split of about 2, maybe 3 kind of P90s to then a couple more longer range weapons, so you can even yourselves out and try and work these picks. And we see a slower round coming out from the T side. Do you think that's just because they have the weapons behind them? They don't want to overly do things here and obviously lose to an eco?
I think this is the smart play right now, because having them really strong pistols now added into CSGO, like the risk of being picked off, and if you lose a couple of guns, this way the terrorists are able to take their time, have a look at where the CTs were going, and they have put more in B by the looks of it, one in middle and one on long. They are making the right decision on going on A, and this is probably the best way they could have played it. Give themselves some time, have a look, and try not to overcommit to anything, and have a look at what the CTs were doing.
Yeah, and then Flush has kind of caught on here, has spotted an absolute swarm of T players running at him. Tagged up desperately, he's got to try and retract the touch with that Deagle, spamming out a couple of shots, but Riddle puts him down and putting those weapons to good use. They've worked out where those T players are going, but it doesn't matter. Steel, they're just mopping up the remains who are trying to come around from long. And well, this round is looking very good for that T side. Wow. Ooh. Great shot from down there, so it's not over yet. Yeah, I almost underestimate it in Go. I think we saw the power of the Julies, so I'm like thinking, okay, they're the guns to buy. But the Deagle's still in there. It's not out of it yet. But I think it's just changed from, obviously like the CSS and 1.6, it was the gun to go to. But now it's not so much. It's more, you can still obviously do those shots. But now you can see Pitter just pushing through, trying to find that last frag onto Downey, and there we go. T-side will pick up the second round as well, so great play from them. Getting the bomb down, getting the money in, and not dying in it hardly at all. They've been trying to minimise the amount of money they're even giving that CT side. They're being very cautious with it. When they push together, and they don't get picked off. It's really refreshing to see a good T-sided team as well. A lot of the players are saying you only pick the side that you're stronger on, obviously, and it can range. It doesn't matter who what the map really goes like. It can be completely dependent on the team's play. And the T side, well, this T side played by obviously Team X, they have this on lock. So I'm expecting a big bit of play from them, and I think you said it perfectly. They're trying to kind of find out where these CT players are, and then obviously working from that, and it seems to be working again this round.
Yeah, they've done exactly the same again. They've held back. Lily got the early pick onto the 2 that pushed through B, and now that's kind of showing the A setup here. They've got everyone in long. This could be quite dangerous if they end up choosing long again. And as they push B, it's looking like they're going to have an A pick anyway.
Yeah, it seems they're going back round to long. Yeah, indeed. And this could be a massive issue because you do have about 3 players setting up a bit of a crossfire, a bit of a trap here. I've got to watch Flusher as he's waiting to pounce, but Little does find the first frag, but he does get taken down by Flusher. But there we go, Pronax finds the remaining CT players who are dug in on that long site and leaving only one man standing. It's all on Zed. Where is he? He's going to try and do some work with that Deagle, but it's a bit of a lost cause, I almost feel, but who knows, there's always a chance. I say that, and then Pronax gets the hat trick and just slams back any chance the CT side had there. But I just don't know what the CT side can do. Obviously, we've seen the T side really utilising the bonus and the benefit of picking up that pistol round. But I think this is the first round we might be able to see a little bit of weaponry coming into the hands of the CT side. Do you think they're going to stand a chance here still?
Well, it's going to be a completely different ball game right now. They were on the eco rounds. No one's gone to mid to challenge Peter, known for his very strong AWP action.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how the CTs play it now. They're obviously going to be a bit more defensive. They've got a lot to lose and risk if they get picked off. But they are still playing the 2B1 middle by the looks of it.
Yeah, they're splitting themselves up a bit, and they're not overly committing towards a site. They're trying to find these players early on, get that opening pick, very much a kind of tried and tested method where you work the sites, you work the picks, and then you adjust accordingly. It takes a good team to be able to do that. You can't do it in a mix because you can't depend on the person next to you as much as, we're seeing here. Pronax nevertheless has made his way up towards short, flashing out, smoking out towards that site, allowing himself a little bit of a chance to get towards it. There is a player just in the middle of the things. It is Flusher again, spots him just starting down towards the CT round. Does get the tag, but not the frag as well. His teammate will take down Pronax there. Riddle dropping down as well. So this is the first round. The CT side looked good, and those weapons are seemingly working for them.
Yeah, everything happened really quick there. It was a nice idea to try jump into the smoke down in CT spawn, but he was easily shut down by the way they were playing A just then. And yeah, it's all left up to Peter right now.
Yeah, and it's the man you want in this situation, if any. Not someone's going to do it, will be him, but he does get the tag, but not the frag. And Zend will find the shot and get the first round on the board for that CT side. A desperately needed round, so now they keep that money and keep building back up and have a chance to really start defending this map now. It's a bit more of an even playing field. I want to see what the T side are going to do. I don't know if they're going on a bit of an eco, a bit of a lighter buy. I think they will. They're going to get some weapons in, but they're not going to go overboard. And they're just going to try and do what they were doing before. So obviously you can see a couple of AKs coming out, but FAMAS between a few of them. So it's a little bit of a lighter bit of play, but they're once again going back to that tried and tested method of taking their time. I like seeing this. It's a bit more of the CS pace I'm used to. It's not overly pushing something.
Yeah, you can see the CTs, obviously they won that last round pretty convincingly, to be fair. And they will be looking to capitalise on that now, but the Ts have been able to buy up some more. They had the money in their hands, and it's just going to be to wait and see what they're going to change up now. But they are heavily going towards that short at the moment. It's got the short and middle pretty much on lockdown.
Yeah, indeed. Clever play from them as well.
Poking to see if he can catch you on off guard, but that short is not being utilised by the CTs, and they're focusing mainly on long and short from a distance.
Yeah, you can see Liddell trying to draw out a little bit of attention through those double doors. First bit of fire being laid down. It does manage to catch Pitter just a touch and get him off that full HP, but he can retract accordingly and try and find another avenue to attack. We can see that fire just running in just in front of him. And now he's going to just lay in wait. And let's see if the CT side again, the T side even, are going to try something different this round. Obviously they've had a little bit more resistance towards A. But the bomb is slowly making its way towards short. Flash nades are coming out on B, trying to draw out some attention towards there. Pronax now darting out onto that side, but Flash finding first onto Riddle. Zend onto Pronax, and a quick flurry of frags for S and Y there, really racking up the kills. Only reply coming in the form of Neil so far, who's furthering himself towards this A site. And it's a bit of an uphill struggle, but can you see the T side actually cracking this one?
Well, it looks like they're about to get the bomb down. He does get that down, but he is in a tough position. You can see Lily's trying to make his way back up to the A site, but the CT's coming from all sides, and they are severely outnumbered.
Lily doing the
great
damage.
Shot by Zil.
Wow! Between them, they're just picking them up and taking them down. And I thought the CT side would have had this retake by now, but it's not happening, leaving only one standing. Small and Downey by long. He's going to flee for his dear life at the moment. Trying to work a smart pick, but it's not going to happen. The T side are going to retract as well accordingly. Try and save the weaponry they've got. They've got that bomb down, which is exactly what they needed to do. Brilliant play from them. And well, I think the T side just showed exactly how you lock down a site with a minimal amount of players. And was it Little who was over by B?
Yeah, he was just going
So he
push.
even came around.
He was in the
Christ.
bomb web. Sorry, he was in the B bomb site, and he managed to fall all the way back, hop up using that quick shortcut to get up from short from
Yep.
middle, and did really well.
Great play from them.
Yeah, Riddle has left the game. He has timed out. No Steam login is what's come up. I'm going to see if they're going to be able to pause or not.
Yeah, I think it's an admin kind of command.
Yep.
I don't know. There we
There
are.
we
We do
go.
have the pause coming in. So hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue for the T side. So far they're looking very good though. I think this is the first team I've really enjoyed watching their strategies play out, and it's working for them as well. Obviously look at the scoreboard, the likes of Little there, 8-3, so he's really doing well for himself. But there's a nice kind of range of kills as well towards that CT side. They're not giving up on either of these sides. We haven't seen a genuine B push going out yet from the T side. I actually know I think it was the first pistol was a B push, was it not?
Yep. The first pistol was the B push, and the CT's just playing. They played it kind of standard, main focus on A there. But yeah, it's to be fair. If you look at the scoreboard right now, you look at the terror side. Okay, they are up 4-1. But they seem like a more even team where you've got on the CT side where it's kind of like a few players at the front while the other two players. The smiley face player, they've got such odd nicknames here. This is not.
Yeah, I don't like it. I know it's not fair.
BW, GW, like these two guys, they just haven't been able to kind of back up their team as well enough. Where the
exactly. I was going to make the point. I don't know if it's just because they can't rotate. I'm guessing that Flush is obviously playing A, Downey's been playing A, where the majority of the pushes are happening. But the rotate from the two players, I think it's Smiley Face is what we're calling him, and let's say Devil Walk. They just haven't been able to just kind of capitalize on the rotating ability and picking up those kind of real kind of key, getting themselves back into the site kind of things. Once that bomb's down and planted, they just seem locked out. I don't know if it's just because of the individual play not being quite up to par, but they just seem very, very lost at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And then they did get that one round, but they weren't able to capitalize on it anymore. And even just a low buy from the terrace, they could not hold off. And I think it came down to just it was Znil and Liddy. They played it so well. He went and got the bomb down. I know the only CT that was left on A, he decided to go all the way down long A. Maybe a bad decision in the end because he just enabled Znil to be able to just walk into the bomb site, plant the bomb, and come up against no retaliation. Where maybe if he had been there, it could have gone the other way. But it was a great play by the terror side, and they pretty much just took them on, out-aimed them.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it must be such a hard thing to come up against this T side. They have the strats. They play smart at the start around this. It's not that I haven't seen it before, but I haven't seen it done as well as this before. Obviously, their T side is very strong. They're 4-1 up at the moment. But they've been very smart and clever about the way they're playing. They're not overly pushing. They're not overly committing. They're being cautious and tentative. They're looking at the site saying, okay, let's see if we can get the opening pick here. If we do, that's a possibility. If we don't, okay, let's look elsewhere. Let's see where the options are actually laying. And then they push. It's such a great collective. But they're also great individual players. And that's the big difference for me is that they don't, depend completely on the strat. And they don't depend completely on one player to really rack up the kills. So far, as you said correctly, from just looking at the scoreboard here, that they're even. They're completely spread out here. I think the top players, only a couple of frags ahead from the guys towards the bottom. So every time they push together, they lock it down, they do exactly what they need to in the situations, and they're just outplaying SNY at the moment. So obviously SNY do have the disadvantage of not getting that pistol and losing the momentum initially. But just the gameplay that the T side are coming up with right now looks very hard to counter. I don't know what I'd ever suggest to the CT side. I don't think I've played this game anywhere near enough to even consider trying to tell them. But they've got to try and just lock down something. It's just the way they're taking A at the moment. The T side is pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, the CT sides aren't doing anything in particularly wrong. They're not putting themselves in bad positions. If any site was going to be weak, I would have said B due to the way they're playing it. But I would say that because they're just playing one middle and one in B site, and the T's haven't really pushed on it other than that first pistol round. The A site, you might want to just get a quicker rotate on, maybe risk it a bit often. Because I know you might be worried that they're going to rotate back to the B bomb site, but you want to be.
You've got to try something.
Try catch them out and do end up stacking 4 there, and just maybe leave 1 in B from the start, and try stopping them from getting in.
Yeah, I think we both noticed in the last couple of rounds the utilization of that mid area and short. I think we've seen. They've actually unpaused. Yeah, Rill's back in the server. But obviously, we've been seeing a little bit of a 2-split towards B. They've been working their way through those low B tunnels, up on short, and then just going wherever they feel like. And I think if the CT side start locking that down, it might be a little bit harder for them to rotate so freely. So I'm just keeping up here with Lidl. I want Lidl even. I just want to see what they're going to do this round. They're just taking the time towards this B side. crouching down, doing some silent, well, as silent as they can, walking towards it. Don't overly give themselves away. And looking towards, this seems a bit of a B push. I think we said it before, they haven't tried it before. And it's quite interesting to see them try it very quietly, very cautiously. And I think Zenda is going to be into a world of trouble soon if he doesn't keep his eyes on the prize, let's say, because there's 5 players now waiting for him. He's just spotted that nade coming out. So that is the calling sign. Now they are all running towards his side. He's not even looked up. Tagged up by the nade. The fire is now running in towards the player left, right, and centre. Thank God Smiley Face gets in there because Zenda finally chimes in one for himself. But that deagle work has been pivotal so far. Only reply code in the form was Neil. But he gets finally put down, and what a round from the CT side. And I guess that's exactly why they haven't tried this B site, because, well, it is very locked down. It's very restricted as to what the T side can do, even if the CT side has weapons now. So that A site seems to be working a lot better for them. And do you think we'll be seeing another B coming out from the T side at all, or do you think they're going to say, okay, guys, that didn't work, let's get back to A, let's get to doing what we know how?
They may try it again in another way, but it was just kind of a very standard all going at the same time. I'm surprised they weren't taken down a bit earlier than that, because through the smoke you saw no spam. He didn't want to waste any bullets there, and
yeah, he was
quite passive on giving his position away there. He even allowed him to get directly into the bomb site, but he was very confident with what his teammate was doing. And now again we see them. Okay, it's an eco this time, but they are focusing on that A bomb site where they seem to be a bit more confident.
And it's curious to see, because obviously they're on the very first pistol round. They look very good towards the B side, but they do fancy A now, so darting out towards that long area, tagged up, not dropping down just as yet, but down he does find 2 frags onto Litter and Riddle. But Pitta finally makes the reply with the pistol, so picking up 1 frag, even in an eco like this, can be absolutely key. And that's all they're going to try and do. Smiley Face will dive in there with a quick hat-trick to find the remains of that Team X side and draw things a little bit closer. And you can see how much of an impact, obviously, the money makes in this game. It can really change, obviously, the way the rounds go. If you're not, familiar with the way CS works, money is pretty much the name of the game here. If you miss out on a couple of rounds, if you make silly mistakes, you get left in a position where you can't buy the weapons that is going to give you the advantage to take the opponent down. But obviously it's going to see the T side now back with a little bit of weaponry behind them. So maybe we're seeing that normal kind of 2 to B, and then the rest kind of rotating and seeing where they can find it.
Yeah, and they are just going to have a little split and pick around. They're going to look for the first frag they can get. I want to go back to that previous round. The spot that they were holding on A there is such a dangerous spot on long, because it is so hard to see the counter-terrorist there in his full black uniform, so to speak. And yeah, it was a very smart play. That's why he was able to take down 2 of them before even really being spotted. And we're sat 4-3 now, so things are getting a bit closer, but the terrorists have guns again. And yeah, they've just gone back to their kind of standard play of waiting for someone to make a mistake and pick them off.
Yeah, that seems to be the idea at the moment, is just being cautious, being careful enough, and then just capitalising on someone else's mistakes and really making them feel it. But we've seen that bomb now rotating from long all the way towards B. So we might be seeing another B push, but you never know. Pitta has made his way up short, has spotted a player on that bomb site, but now his teammate has come in to just kind of help him out a touch, and Pitta will just dart away as quickly as he can, and now try and help out this B side. There's relatively uncontested at the moment from the CT side. There's only one player keeping his eye on it, is Zend at the moment, by those B double doors, just watching the cross, as there we go. Devil Dog will find the first, thank God, but he does not manage a second, as Riddle will find him. And the T side now literally swarmed at that B site, so it's looking good from them so far. Bomb now going down towards B, so even more money in the bank of that terrorist side. And now leaving it all into the CT's court to find the comeback. And Pronax watching the rotate through those low B tunnels, finding a pivotal key frag there. And now back he goes. And Danny will find his teammate, but Pronax finds his reply nevertheless. So 3v1, it's all on one player. It's on Zen now, the guy who was originally watching B, put down by Litter there, straight through the door. And there we go, the T side back into the swing of things, working that usual smart play that they've been very good at so far. And it's working in their advantage once again.
Yeah, we sort of go back to their standard play style there, and it has paid off again for them. I don't know if they'll get confident and try a B push again, but once they get them early picks, and they have got in the bomb site, they seem to be fairly confident with holding it all. And now we can see Devil Walk here. He's picked up the AWP. I don't think Pitta's got one. No, he's just focusing on his AK right now. But was having a little poke down middle. And again, we're just going back to the kind of standard play. Now the CTs, they're kind of changing up their positions in the site, but we're still just Zende left on his own on B, while his teammate looks down middle. B does seem the easier site for them to get into at the moment, but not in a full rush way like we saw in the previous rounds.
Yeah, indeed. And I want to see if they fancy it again. They've rotated through B. They've drawn out 2 players towards that B side now and alleviated some of the pressure on A, but not just enough as yet. There's 3 players now for the T side on short, raring to go, waiting for the backup to come in towards long. That is going to be Riddle there, making his way up. There is a player just to his right. You can see on the X-ray, obviously they can't. Flashed up. Fire coming towards him. He doesn't want to really extend. The flashes are coming out towards that side as well, so they're getting ready to make their push. And here it comes. Pronax with the first. Does get the frag onto the smiley face there. And now the side push coming out. Oh, great shot from Pitter. Just controlling that recoil. Taking down Flusher as Downey does make a stand for the S&Y team. Does find 2 frags there for himself, but the bomb is going down the side. 3v3 situation, Banks. Who's going to come out the better of this one?
Well, the bomb is down for the terrorist side and they're looking very confident. Pronax did his jump into the CT spawn. Oh, gets a great shot onto Zendi. 1 more left on short. He's looking for the reply, but he seems to have fallen back.
Oh, hunted down there by Pitter and
Definitely.
Pronax. It's all on one man going in for the fake, and there he goes straight away. Didn't stand a chance then. Yeah, as soon as he peeked his head up, Pronax took it straight off his shoulders. And there we go, another round on the board for the T side. So Team X looking very good into this competition. Very strong, raring and ready to go. And they've allowed Pitter the chance to pick up another AWP, which is always a bit of a dangerous situation.
You can see how confident Pronax is
Oof,
once he gets
got the tag.
Sorry, you can see what... Oh, wow, yeah, down. Devil walks down onto 19 HP already from Pitter's AWP shot down mid. But when Pronax is allowed to do his jump into CT spawn using all that smoke, he completely distracts the CT side and just almost comes out of nowhere like a Dark Knight. I'm referencing Batman there, but...
You can't knock a bit of Batman. He literally was just perching on the ledge raring to go, and then as soon as he did, the damage was done. So now leaving the CT side on a bit of an eco round here, pistols only. Tagged up, you can see Devil Walk in those B tunnels. He's literally bleeding from the shot that just rattled through that door from Pitter's AWP. And now even more troubles coming his way. He does get the tag onto Pronax, but not the frag as the quick shutdown happens from him. As now Lilla is allowed towards that B side with the bomb, but I don't know if they're going to quite go for it just as yet. He's going to wait for a little bit more backup. And now I think is the time they're going to consider it. Flashing out, ready to go. It's one player, is Zender, just sitting on that side, waiting to receive. Pitter finds Flasher through the door. Now... I told a lie, it wasn't through a door, but Little nevertheless does find Zender just carrying the corner. The smiley face trying to take on Pitter with that pistol. If he gets this frag, it could be absolutely key. But oh, Pitter tags him up in reply. It's a bit of an awkward situation up in spawn, but there we go. Finally, Smiley Face will get that and the AWP, but he's going to have to be careful because there's Neil denying the chance of him taking over that AWP off the eco. And now Downey left in a 1v3, tagged up, bleeding from his boot. He's got to run away and look for a better, easier option here. There's Neil waiting to receive in mid, finding him and just denying any chance of taking over some money and any weapon into that next round. So the T side just running away, denying any chance of a good eco round from that CT side and leaving the scoreline at 7-3.
They were not going to let them get hold of Fitter's AWPs. Neil came straight back for that to make sure that was a weapon that the CTs would not get their hands on. And we are going to see Pitter snipe down middle again. And they can't see much through that smoke at all, but he did really well that previous round to get Devil Walk down to 19 HP. A great tag shot. And yeah, the terrorists are kind of running away with it now on 7 for 3, a huge round difference, building up when it was back at 4 for 3 not too long ago.
Yeah, indeed, and it seems as though the CT side have adapted a bit to what the T side are doing. And how do you think they seem to be more stacking A? Is that literally in reply to what the T side have been doing here?
Yeah, there has been a complete focus by the terrorists onto the A bomb site. So Devil Walk is playing it right, playing more towards the A side of middle than B. And Zendy's been a man who's been able to do really well holding his own. But we are seeing a bit of activity on B here, and Zendy's in a great position.
Yeah, indeed.
He's basically watching them walk past him. If he pops out now, he'd definitely get a couple. I've switched X-ray on quickly again, and yeah, he's
wow, what a position! Oh, and now is the time to pounce just as a nice complete set of frags.
Shuts him down.
Yeah, indeed. Pitter finally stepping up there and doing some work with that AWP. Finding, Smiley Face as well, just completely slamming him to the ground with that deagle work. Pronax as well onto Flusher, leaving it in a 2v2 situation. And this has played out rather well for the T side. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's now Pitter left in a 1v2. Let's see where he is with that up by mid, just spotting through those double doors. There is a player just to his left, obviously not aware of that. Doesn't want to overly commit anywhere just yet, playing careful. Picks up that bomb. And there is smoke just in his way. There is a player.
Left of the round,
yeah, he's trying to find it, but Danny will find him first. So that was really well played from the CT side. It seems the adaptation is working for them. Do you think we'll be seeing more of that?
Yeah, no, that definitely worked off in their favour. But if Zendy had popped out just a little bit earlier and hadn't been picked off from that spot, I'm sure he could have had a few of them in a very easy way there. But it's going to be interesting to see how the CTs react now if they do hold that or they go back to being standard. And it does seem Devil Walk's going inside B earlier on with Zendy there.
Ooh, Downey is going on a bit of an aggressive push though. He's been spotted by Riddle. They're working through those double doors on A. They're going for a bit of an advanced push. Why are they doing this, Banks? Is it just because they can, or why are they being so aggressive now?
Well, they might have expected the terrorists to be on eco, kind of got the money plan a bit wrong, but yeah, overcommitting themselves really and putting themselves in a bad position right from the start in a 4v5 situation. And maybe Smiley Face here on long. He really needs to push around or do something because they need a game-changing movement right now.
Yeah, indeed. After that bit of an error by Downey by pushing through to long, obviously he might have had the wrong idea of what's going on. Maybe Smiley Face can make up for it, but Riddle finds him very comfortably with the AK fire there, leaving a huge advantage to that T side. Pittenlevis is taken down, Flusher finding him, and now Zender onto Pronax. So trying to even things up, it's left in a 3v3. But the CT side takes a stand. Oh, Zender, great shot as Neil, but Little does find the reply quite quickly, leaving it all on Flusher. Can he do this? Is he in a position where he can? No, he can't. Riddle there working it pretty well. And do you think that round was literally just a little bit of an error of reading the game from the CT side?
Yeah, the CTs, they were doing fine the round previously. They may have been better off just to stick with what they were doing there. Pushing out on that long site, especially how the terrorists have been playing, holding back all the time. Yeah, it kind of played into the terrorists' hands. They're looking for these picks. They're looking for you to push forward, looking for you to get overconfident, and they're capitalising on it as well. So let's see what the CTs do now. They do seem to be on the eco, and they're looking to go aggressive as well. Probably going to see him early shut down Pronax with the first on to Zendy.
Yeah, quick exchange of kills here, leaving the CT side with only 2 players standing. And they've been put down pretty quickly. And it's all on Devil work, not for long as he's put down. And well, that didn't work out too well. They did find the frag onto Riddle nevertheless, but I don't know how much. Was that really worth the push out for that round? Will it give the CT side enough to take it through, do you think? Or was that a little bit of a wasted push? Or
I think, to be fair, they want to get on with just getting the eco round out the way. Coming off losing a couple of rounds just like that, they want to get their guns in the hand. I guess they weren't feeling confident with an eco round or have anything prepared. But yeah, they're just looking to go back to their normal game of a buy round. We're seeing Downey again be aggressive on long A here. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Maybe it was a plan in their strats, or they've just decided this is the way they want to go now. But to me, I wouldn't be doing this in this position.
no, it seems like the whole... Oh, wow, great shot from Pitter, literally plucking the head straight off of Devil Walk's shoulders there and just slamming him into the ground through those double doors. So now Pitter on that push towards short. There's a player just around the corner. Flash is coming out and help him out there from the teammates. Pitter finds a second. And now, great play from the T side. They've adapted very well to what the CT side, counter-adapted to the original style that the T side was playing. So it's very tit for tat. It's very tactical at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. The A side was actually completely open there. Peter went all the way through CT spawn, and his team are going into the B bomb site. Wow.
Yeah, they seem to enjoy the harder side to push, and Pitter, nevertheless, in cohesion with Riddle, will find that shot onto Flusher. So now the B side is truly taken by the T side, but there's one player, it's Downey in those B tunnels, looking to find a bit of a comeback here. He's got a bit of a lighter weapon. It's not quite the one you want to be taking on the side with. There's fire now raining towards him. He's flashed up. He's got to try and retract just a touch. And now give it a second go. He's very limited where he can do that. Bomb is now down and ticking and not in his favour. So towards the side he goes, running and checking his corners, looking around. There's only one player on side, one on the little hole in the wall. And there we go. Riddle will find it with the AK fire. And good play from the T side. Working it very well. But I think Pitter that round truly just opened up A by himself.
Yeah, he opened up A. His team were ready for go B. I guess they planned to go B for the entire time. But yeah, that was a great job by Pitter. Sadly, he couldn't get out any further at mid. But if the terrorist side had decided to go for A, it would have been a much easier round, and I reckon we would have only seen them lose Pitter during the whole fight. And we're on to the last round of the half here. It seems most of the CTs have brought over Deagle, so it's going to be a pissed around from them. They're going very aggressive.
Yeah, for once it seemed to almost pay off. Devil Walk did find the first set onto Pronax, left on only 2 HP nevertheless, but the B-Tons are truly controlled by the CT side at the moment. But now, more frags falling in favour to them, finding the shot onto Riddle. So only 3 standing for this T side.
Guns right now as well, so they're picking up guns and the Deagles. This is a situation that Team X do not want to be in.
No, they're not enjoying this one. The T side look very cautious now. You can see Zanil in spawn, very tentatively, just peeking corners, trying to hold angles. He doesn't want to give too much away. Obviously, with the likes of that Deagle work we've been seeing coming out. Oh, tags flying out straight into him. Yeah, great play there, coming out from those A double doors. And he's got to be careful. He's not, in great shape now. He's half HP, and it knocks your confidence almost. As soon as you kind of get put down by a weapon like the Deagle, you think maybe I shouldn't be doing this so aggressively. Little Nevis is on that push towards A. Is this the site they should be fancying? It looks a little bit of a better choice, but the rotate is coming out from the CT side. Would you have thought that the A site's the best one to be pushing right now?
Yeah, I'd say so. At the moment, for them, they've had most luck on A site rather than the B site. Yep. And all the CTs are spread around that mid area, just trying to find out the picks. But they are in a very tough position right here. Still, they may just have Deagles and AKs, but they got very aggressive. Oh, and shutting it down from long A.
Great play from him. He's really working that up as best he can, even in a massively disadvantaged situation now. 1v3, he's got to go huge if he can. Does find the second shot there. Onto Flusher, and the third. He can't find the fourth. Shut down eventually, but that almost looked possible. That was a little bit too close to comfort. But I think that was the last round of the first half there, wasn't it?
Yeah, but hopefully the CTs can now move forward, be a bit more confident with their play, having won the last 2 rounds, and they were on deco. They did not have weapons, so yeah, they did pretty well coming towards the end of that. Now it is 10-5. It felt a lot closer than that most of the time, but yeah, we'll look and see how this is.
We've just got to see what SMY do on that T side. As you said earlier on, it's very much dependent on how the teams play on their side. Some might be very strong on CT, but might have a little bit of a weaker T side. But let's see what SMY have in stock.
Very fast onto short here with the bomb. Yeah, and the CT seems to be mainly towards the B bomb site. Sneel could not hold short. Hardly did any damage right there.
Nearly the only one to find a reply so far, but this A site is truly now in control of that T-sided team. And now let's see what the CTs can do in reply. The short push is happening, the flashes are coming out, the fire is raining in, but will they be met with a wall of resistance, or will a little bit of luck have on their side? Pitta finding the frag onto Downey, but there we go, Zender makes the reply onto Pitta. Avenging his fallen teammate, leaving the advantage in the T-sided hands, but can they take it home now? That is the question. Tags flying out left, right and centre. It's a 3v1 now. It's all on Lidder. He's made his way to the side, finds the first, but can't manage the second. A smiley face will put him down, and that first pistol round on the second half here will fall in favour to the C side. So they've always been doing well on that. Huge round
for them. They needed this pistol round. They need to start getting the scores back up, and this is kind of, if you don't lose silly to an eco, you're going to pretty much guarantee yourself the next couple of rounds here. And this is what they want. This is going to try bring the scores closer together. And you see again from the terrorist side, they are just falling back. They're holding back and waiting to see what the CTs are doing. And they've opted for that very powerful P90.
Yeah, indeed. That's a gun you want to be fearing coming against Neil and Lidder. Actually got a bit of an aggressive peek down towards short. They're playing very close to the mark here. They're not sitting back. They want to utilise as much as they can with those pistols. They don't want to give too much away, but you can see how quite carefully the T-side are playing here. But with the advantage of weapons, would they not be more aggressive, or are they just being very cautious? You don't want to obviously lose this weaponry. Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, basically they just want to be very cautious. The CTs obviously they've not got much to lose. They just want to kind of go out aggressively, catch the T's off by surprise. And I think the terrorists at the moment are playing it very well. They've got a bit of damage tagged onto Pronax there. The CTs are trying to go aggressive, but they're the short push. 3 of the CTs jump down and take out Devil Walk there. But that's only one gun, and it is now a 2v4.
Wow, this is working out quite nicely for that T-side as one man's left standing. It was Neil for not for long though. His smiley face will just slam him straight against that wall and pick up the headshot there. So 2 rounds in a row for the newly founded T-side. So it's looking quite good. They're obviously benefiting, as you said, from the usage of the money and even just the momentum factor of picking up that first pistol round. You're in such a good advantage that it seems to be working out quite nicely for them. But do you think that CT side are going to be able to find a reply anytime soon, or is it just going to be doing what they can and trying to get the damage in early on?
Well, it is the eco round, so we can't call much on it yet, but I'm sure they're just waiting to get their hands on with their guns. They're going to play a bit more aggressively, a bit more risky. We can see here we've got this Neil. Oh, they're all going through long now. And we can see if they can get... Oh, they get the gun. But they're just met by so many terrorists who are just waiting for them to walk into their crosshair.
Yeah, very much so. It's only leaving now 2 alive for that CT side. It did do a little bit of damage, don't get me wrong, but now Pronax up towards mid does get met by an absolute wall of fire raining towards him. Smiley face will find the shot onto him, and there we go. He'll find the other as well onto Pitta. So It's as expected almost. You know, you come off that pistol round. They're doing what they can. They're doing greatly with it. They're losing minimal amount of players as well. So now they'll get their hands on a lot better weaponry on that T side. They should be on there almost a decent stack. You can see. But
it's going to
it
get
finally
very
gives a chance.
interesting with Pitta in
Yeah,
the
because
middle
the
of
CT
the
side
AWP
now.
here.
He's got the
They've
orb.
got one as well. Yep, we're going to see how it is. Ooh. Well, they're going to see the first you can get the hit here.
Oh, they're literally dancing around each other.
It's so tense when they're doing that, because that can be game changing when they're losing a player
Massively.
that early on. And the terrorists
Pitta's
are
got the right idea.
Yeah, they're favouring B here.
Oh, great shot coming out from Pitta. Finds a second as well. This could be absolutely beautiful. Gets a third. Can't find the fourth. Downey will take him down, but the damage was done there. Great play with that orb. Downey finding the second on Pronax now. 2v2 situation. The T side in on this B side though, so they've got themselves in a good position. Can they make it actually stick though? That is the question right now. Neil making his way up towards those double doors. Riddle finding the chance of Downey, taking down the danger man from this round. Even all on Flusher tagged up and in dangerous. Riddle will shut him down. But what a bit of play
he saved
coming
his
out
team
from
there.
Pitta.
It was
Unreal.
so on point, hitting them great AWP shots. And that's exactly what you want when you hold down the B bomb site. Such great play by him.
That was incredible.
His team should be very thankful for him there. Sadly, the rest of his team couldn't capitalise on it when they went into the B bomb site. They kind of went in a bit rushed and a bit blind and weren't able to get the direct kills. But a great job by Riddle at the end there.
Yeah, really mopping up and doing what he could. He minimised the damage as best as he could there. Pitta though, trying to read the game as best he can. He did
nades
expect
on short from the terrorists here. They are all pushing up.
Wow.
It's the short and middle, it looks like.
Ooh. Do you think it will pay off? That's a question. The CT side seem almost aware now. Obviously with those nades and flashes coming out, Riddle's adapting. Can he make the most of it? No, he can't. Flusher there finding it quickly. And the T side are playing this very well, actually. Guns on both sides now. They're still holding their own banks.
Yeah, definitely. And the CTs are just, they're trying to reply here, but the terrorists were such an aggressive rush there. It was almost flawless rush in the way they planted their smokes and their flashes just then. And the CTs are playing a lot more aggressively than what we saw in the from the CT side of SNY. Great job by Downey.
Yeah.
It was so well
positioned. With that
positioned.
smoke, yeah, exactly. I was about to say, he positioned himself perfectly to that, where the smoke was actually pluming out. He just kind of popped out and got the better angle on those, on the players pretty much, and had the advantage from the start. And they've evened up the scoreline so much, it's 9-11 now. And the CT side have to find those replies soon, but they're going to be left in a bit of a deficit of money almost. They're on once again an eco, aren't they?
Yep, this is what starts to happen. You start losing continuous amounts of rounds, and you're forced to eco buy, and that is not what you want as the CT side. And the terrorists are free to take their time and control the flow of the game, really. And that's what the CTs need to do. They need to take that back. They need to regain control of the map.
Yeah, indeed. And I'm liking seeing that SNY. I don't know if you agree or not, but they seem to almost be aware that of the money situation on the CT side, and they're trying to adjust accordingly, because you can see the heavy stack from the CT side happening on long right now, and they're literally a door apart. Smiley Face will find the first, Little finds the reply, Downey chimes in one for himself, but it seems as though, oh, great shot from Neil there. Not sure if he caught it, but he gets himself a good bit of weaponry now, and that's worked out for him on long. But it seems as though the T side were aware that the CTs would be on a very light round, but they just didn't capitalise on long there. Was that a bit of a mistake on their behalf, or what happened there for them?
Basically, I think they were just a bit too cautious, so to speak, that time. Yeah. They could have been doing a bit more aggressive. I know it's kind of counteracting what I'm saying earlier, but there's only so long you can hold these positions before the other team's able to take advantage and get you kind of locked in
those positions. Yeah. Exactly, I think that's what we've seen now, pretty much. CT side are truly locked out, so they're going to try and get themselves back. They've got some weaponry though, so not too bad on all. Neil and I believe Pitta actually have an AK each, so they can go into the next round, obviously, with a little bit more money, and have a chance to lock it down. And I didn't realise how much difference even one player with a weapon towards a site can make. It can literally just change the whole kind of way a round will go.
Yeah, 100%. And now look, it's 11-10. It was 10 for 5 in favour of Team X, who are now currently on the CT side. So we're seeing a huge change here, and yeah, SNY, they're obviously loving their terrorist side at the moment.
They're playing it well.
Yeah, they are playing it well. They aren't being overly aggressive. They are waiting for their picks, but they have some firm stacks hold, some strats hold down. And look at this, the way they're using their smokes and their flashes so much on middle and short is great.
Pronax, oh, Pronax just strolls
Wow.
into P tunnels, finds 3 of them, says, Joe guys, I like what you're doing, but I'm going to do it better right now, slams them down to the ground, and picks up a beautiful hat-trick Franks, leaving the T-side with only 2 players standing now, Devilwalk and Smiley Face left in a bit of a struggling situation. I don't know
Pronax
how they're
read
going
it
to play this
so
one.
well. He knew that strat from when they did it last
Yep.
time, and he was like, nope, I'm going to shut you down. And as they were just throwing all their smokes, he came in and decimated all of them. He was not allowing that to happen twice on his watch.
No, exactly, but I think you were spot on, though.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It was a perfect play from Pronax.
Exactly, but I gotta say, what you were saying about the smokes and the flashes seems so spot on with this team, because they're limiting so much of what the CT side can see, and only because of what Pronax understood from the previous round were they able to pick that one up, really.
Exactly.
But you're completely spot on with that, so now obviously that smoke once again being put out and allowing that T side to get a little bit closer, but they do find the shot onto Pitter, so that's the ult down now, but can Pronax find some more? Yes he can, finding the 4th, can he get the 5th? Looking for the shot. Tagging up Devil. You can see Devil on a slither of HP now, left in a heathen situation. 3 players after his blood, trying to get through. Does manage somehow to avoid bullets. Doing a bit of a Neo there, going back for more. He's not happy just slithering away. He wants to find Pronax, but Pronax, what a round. He's just kept his...
That was a great ace from him.
Brilliant. It wasn't just like he went into the right place at the right time. He played that clever. He played it smart. He understood the strats that were coming out against him. You explained it perfectly as well. And he understood just like you did. And, well, he adjusted accordingly.
You see in players who don't have the experience in that situation, when they want the 5-man, they'll push out and then put themselves and their team at risk. Pronax played it so smart. He waited. He wasn't bothered. And, yeah, he capitalised. And when you've got a team like this, both Pitter, Pronax, Neil, you've got players like that on your team, they can really do some game-changing stuff. Now, we look at the terrace here. They are again taking it slow. Oh, Liddy goes straight down it long there, very early on. Too aggressive.
Yeah, getting punished for being overly zealous there, giving the early advantage to that T side. So, curious play coming out from them. They keep trying to peek these double doors along and being a little bit more pressuring towards it, but it doesn't seem to be working out at the moment. I'm not sure why they went so aggressive then. Do you think it was just to try and catch the T side off guard, or why did he do that?
I don't know. Maybe he thought that he'd be able to take them out if they're playing very defensively, but he just met them at a point where they were getting into that tunnels and they weren't holding back so much as usual.
Yeah, indeed. And the use of those smokes once again coming out, allowing Downey up short, finding the fragment of Neil, but there's a player just in the corner. Downey finds him as well. He's playing hide and seek, and Downey is finding every single one of these CT players one by one pretty comfortably, leaving only Pitter and Pronax left alive, and this A site is fully in the hands of the CT players. Now, I just really doubt the CT side are even going to go for this one. I think they're just going to try and save those weapons, surely. Or
yeah, it's getting very close in the scoreline and the money situation for both teams. That it makes a great decision for the CTs to save right now. But what the Terrorists can do is they'll probably leave one player in the bomb site, and they'll look for the pick. They'll want to get these guns off the CTs. They do not want them saving, and the CTs are in a position where they're just going to have to wait and see what happens to them. But it's a very scary situation right now.
It's very much back against the wall. Pronax now feeling the pressure. Does spot one just coming through the hole.
Wow.
But oh wow, SNY find both of the remaining CT players. So great play from them. And look at this scoreline. It's just switched pace completely. 12-11. And surely Team X have got to be thinking, guys, we got to do something big here because this is just not working in our favour right now.
Yeah. Now we're gonna see what happens to it. Oh, he got Pronax through the door then, Flusher. A great shot with his AWP. Now we've seen that both, like first from Pitter and now from Flusher. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, it seems a very, not necessarily mirrored play, but a very similar play. They're utilising the slower initial push even, getting those picks, but you can see the CT side going for a bit of a all-in-all stack towards those A long doors, and well, they've been found a couple of times. Opponents has picked up a pistol frag there onto Smiley Face, leaving in a 3v3, but also allowing the T side towards this bomb site quite comfortably. But CT side, do you think they'll be able to get away with a couple of weapons here and maybe do what they intended, or? Yeah,
they're probably going to go for a save once they've got weapons. I think they desperately wanted Flush's AWP, and he got away as fast as he could with his knife out there. He's on 23 health. But this does look like another round easily for the Terrorists, and they managed to get an AK down, that's for sure. But they should have two weapons. I'm not sure where that one is.
Yeah, but Zender does find the first, looking for the second. Spots Pitter just below those stairs. Oh, great headshot. Really well played from him. Zanil now trying to do some damage as he can, but put down eventually by Devil Walk there. So good play once again from the T side, bringing it all even now, folks. 12-12 with the scoreline, and I can't believe what we're seeing. What a comeback. And Downey on 27-17. brilliant play from him.
We've gone from 10 to 5 in favour of Team X, who are currently playing on the CTs, to now 12-12. This has turned into a very even game, and it's shown the power that you have on the terrorist side, like we were talking about earlier. And yeah, I guess the CTs either way are still trying to figure out the game and how it should be done. But there's just been a few too many over-aggressive rounds from the CTs on their buy rounds where they should have been holding back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happened. I think you're spot on with that one. But let's see if they've learned from their mistakes or even the slight errors that may have happened. And once again, this smoky kind of mid-adaption push going out from that T side. They're literally just leaving the choices as much as they can within their hands. Smoking, flashing out, and Downey going for a bit of an aggressive push through mid here. It is just around this... Oh, he just gets away. More smoke's coming out. Aggressive push. Litter finding his teammate, which was Flusher there, catching him off guard, but the speed push is happening pretty quickly. Pronax now left in a bit of a situation. Firing out, does get the tag, but not the frag. Put down by Devil Walk. Litter fighting the reply on Zender. 3v4 situation, CT side in a bit of a good place right now if they can retake this bomb site. That bomb is down ticking and not in their favour. Litter looking through the door, does find Bitches, the smiley face looking back at him. Does take him down. So, CT side looking very good for this round now. Giving themselves possibly an advantage so they can pick this one up. Litter now through those double doors, trying to draw out the fire, but there we go. Devil does find one riddle with the reply. Leaving it all on Devil. Put down finally by Litter there. But great play from the CT side to try and take this one back. And I didn't actually expect that to happen, but finally the CT side seems to be waking up. And how come that finally went in their favour? Was it... Have they finally realised what the T-side are doing? Is it the usage of weaponry now? How come that went back in their favour?
I think the CTs just timed that retake incredibly well. Okay, they got a few picks early on, and the rush didn't work so well on that B-bomb site for the terrorist side. But the retake that the CTs showed just then was amazing. You watched them all on that last bit. They all jumped in pretty much at the same time. Yep. 2 through the window, 2 through the doors. And there's no way the terrorists could take them all out that quickly. And the flashes over beforehand would have obviously distracted them. So yeah, we're on 13 for 2 now, and Peter's doing long A with the AWP. He's not being over aggressive with it. And yeah, he's got backup from Riddle in the long pit here. We're seeing a bit of a different style from the CT side.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see the adaptation. I like the way they're forcing the T-side to make their move pretty much, but the early action happening and falling in favour to S and Y, who do pick up that first shot onto Neil. That will be Flusher as well. So early advantage going out. Yeah,
so good as well.
It's been on point. Yeah, I expected it from Pitter, to be fair. I expected him to be like obviously every shot smashing that in, but obviously Flusher really proving himself as well, allowing Devil Walk now the ability to rotate quite comfortably up onto short through those low B tunnels. And well, the A site is looking good. Do you think they're going to go for this one?
Yeah, there does seem more push towards the A site. If they get another pick maybe in B or something, they'll go further. But oh, they're seeing some action down on long A.
Oh, but Pitter's got himself in a good position here. Spots one, misses the money shot sadly. Has to avoid the smokes and nades flying towards him. Teammate now helping him out. This is a chance for the retake. Looking towards that site. I know Downey's on there, but well, he doesn't. So he's still keeping eyes on it. He's being careful. He doesn't want to push too much. I'm going to switch over to Downey, see what he can see. Now he can see 3 players, but Riddle finds him first, spots that headshot and takes him down. So now, favour to that CT side. Only reply coming in the form of Flusher with that very pivotal AWP so far. Flusher laying off some more shots, but there's a player on this bomb side. He's getting the defuse, and the diffusers come in. And that is exactly what the CT side needed. Oh, Little as well!
They should not have let that happen.
Oh no,
the smoke was down. He was trying to spam with his AWP through the smoke to get the hits. Yep. He got 1 kill, but it was not the guy who was just trying to defuse the bomb. And that's why you need to be on top of that bomb at all times. You can't you can't be playing too defensively. I know they were kind of pinned down, and that's why Pitter's positioning along them was so great, because he forced them to plant in a bomb spot that they wouldn't normally want to, and it was not very. It wasn't open for them to have a good look at, and in the favour of the CTs.
Oh, great little peek out there by Devil Walk as well. Does manage to tag up Pitter just a touch with the only AK fire towards long. But Flusher has received a little bit of a tag back, so tit for tat at the moment. But there we go, Riddle darts around from those long doors. Does find the shot onto Devil Walk just to try and avenge Pitter, who's now a little bit tagged up and a little bit worse for wear. Nevertheless, the pressure is coming out. Riddle following up onto Smiley Face with that pistol work. So great play from him on long, and that's finally, I think that's exactly what they wanted to be doing all these rounds, but it's worked out for once completely in their favour.
A nade just landed basically by his feet, and he's on 1 HP left now. He was very lucky not to die from that. Yeah, any fire from short now, he's going to be in trouble. He'll probably get killed by a flash.
Yeah, someone could literally just blow a little bit too hard, possibly, and he'll literally fall over and fall to his death. Who knows? It's all a little bit tentative for the moment, but Real now on the prowl up towards short, and Zenil finding the shot onto Downey, so only Zender and Flusher. I think Flusher can only count as
Now
half
look
a
at
person
Riddle
right
here.
now.
He's on a flanking position right now.
Clever play. He's got himself up into a great place, but there we go. Pitter
Oh,
finding
Pitter!
both of those.
And it's that
Great
long
play.
play again. He was on low health, and that's going to take the 15 for 12 match point. One more round to the CT side, and they have it. And yeah, I guess they've just decided with each other. Like, I saw that they've changed up the long A a bit, but other than that,
and that's
everything else
working,
has pretty
though.
much stayed the same. But they definitely had a little talk on TeamSpeak, whatever they're using, and decided, look, yeah, we need to get down to putting it on them and taking it to them.
Yeah, and it's curious. They're putting a lot of pressure on Pitter, though, aren't they? I'd assume, obviously, moving him from mid towards long A leaves mid fairly open, I'd guess. But a really quick rush coming out from that T side, trying to make a bit of a mess towards long. They do find the first shot onto Riddle. They're left with his absolute trousers down. As Devil will follow up onto Neil as well. So big play coming out from the T side, who've done the damage and now going to sit back. No, not at all. Literally caught with their pants down. They're setting up, trying to get their things going on. It's not happening. Now, obviously, what are the T-side going to do? They've pretty much got a pick of where they want to go.
Yeah, now the T-side can take it very slowly. Okay, you've got to watch out for Peter, who's now on short, not even mid or long.
Wow.
Oh, he tags one of them. Great shot there. Oh, tags the other. It's 2 tags now from short.
Yeah, and now his teammates are literally called in to kind of try and clear up the situation. And there we go. Pronax will do just that onto Delwalk, avenging his fallen teammates. Can he follow up? There's another player just to his right. I think he's going to be trying to play in this one cautiously. He doesn't want to die to the fire that's going to be coming out.
Slowly going into B bomb site. It's completely clear. Now we are in a 3-on-3 situation, but the CTs are quite far away and they have no idea what's going on.
And wow, great play coming out from Smiley face. But yeah, Pronax found him nevertheless. That could have really done some damage if he'd got those early frags in there. But now 2 stand for that T side, and this is pretty much everything. This is match point pretty much here, match point even. So now Downey does find the tag, but not frag. He does find the tag onto Pritter as well as the frag, but there we go. Zender keeping them in this one and keeping that match point just ever further away from that CT side. So they haven't won this one yet, folks. It's going into another round. And do you think the T side can actually do this? Can they keep denying these rounds?
They have a chance to do it, but the money is still in the favour of the CTs for the moment. And they have been able to buy up once again. If the T's manage to get this round, and the thing is, for last round, the T's did so well because they were so aggressive early on. And Pitter,
yeah, and well, that frag's going to make a hell of a lot of difference. Pitter finding the first shot there onto Zender as well. So
really
how do you think that's going to change things? Yeah.
It's going to really shake them. Their whole strat's going to be messed up now. You're looking at a 2-on-2 situation where they go anywhere now. Oh, straight out middle, and Liddy managed to shut down one, put the other on 11 HP. The CT's looking in very good position right now, and they just need to hold.
Pretty much. You can see this A push is slowly but surely forming from that T side. They're looking towards short. Flusher and Downey looking towards making their way up short now. Smoke in their way just a touch. And who's waiting to receive? It's Pitt who's on the adaptation. He's rotated around from long. Pronax still holding B. But you can see that maybe SMY aren't fancying this yet. They've pulled out the rotate. And don't tell me they're going back through right now, leaving it up to Devilwalk with 11 HP to keep this bomb in good check. Do you think they'll be expecting Pronax to be this disciplined?
Pronax is in a very good position actually at the moment, to be fair.
Exactly.
You may not be expecting it from middle, but you can hear the footsteps. He's sneaking out.
Oh,
Downey.
No. Downey doing great work
does
there,
it again.
being put down. Thank God Neil found a quick reply though. That might keep the CT side in a chance for just picking up this match point round. But 2 still stand. Devil made his way towards those. I think he's still left on site. He's going to try and do what he can. For 5 HP now, bleeding through his boots. 4 HP. He's being worked down. Flusher under pressure in those speed tunnels. Does get the better as Neil, nevertheless. As now Riddle makes his way towards the site. Pre-firing his way out. Does find the shot. But actually it was Flusher who took down his teammate. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that one. Pitter mops it up. Gets that match point in there.
16,
gets him
13.
further through. What a close game. I feel as though it's almost unfortunate for the T side because they looked so good then.
Yeah, definitely. The T-side looked extremely strong towards the end of the game there. It was very backwards and forwards with how both teams were playing it. But the CT side deserved the win. Now, they were the favourites kind of going into it all. But I think S and Y, they can be very happy with how they